Yeah. Chicka, yeah, da. Chicka, bagga, ba. Why nobody buy? I want that on the soundboard. Why nobody buy?
I have a bad feeling.
Hey. Why nobody fucking make good show? Why you not make good Star Wars? Why you make bad show? What happened to your ceiling?
I moved it.
What happened to it?
There's a valve up there for the spigot outside. So
Oh.
I had to turn it on, but it isn't working. So I might have to cut it out and put a new one in.
There's a price tag on it.
That's just a label to say, hey, there's a valve up here
$4.99.
for half.
All right. Witch Hunter, dude, you never fail. You must have Mondays off.
Okay, kids, let's go.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Hello, what have we
Tried to time it up.
I'll time it up. Funny.
Hello.
Holy
This coaster's not level.
Penis face and R2 dickhead.
Hello there.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
Is that what you tell to Filoni in your dreams?
May the force
Fix
be with
it.
us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy. Rogue Squadron podcast. Thank you.
You got to get your liquid death situated before you can really join in.
Good day, Galaxy. Mopar. Rogue Squadron. That's Commander.
I've got a lot of feelings.
We're enamored.
I'm enamored and I'm so fucking angry at the same time. It's an interesting
Not
episode.
angry. I'm just disappointed.
Well, I'm both. And I'm happy and I'm excited at the same time. I texted, obviously, if you're watching this, you know the Star Wars Celebration has happened. So if you're live with us, welcome. Witch Hunter, what up? Turkey Sandwich, what up? If you're listening to this after the fact, yeah, Star Wars Celebration happened. All the news came out.
All the news?
I think so. All the ones that they were going to tell.
Yeah, the three announcements that they had.
Dude, Mopar is a salty slut bag. I'm excited when we don't agree on things because we can argue about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for the possibilities.
I am as well.
That's where it ends. For what they potentially put in front of us that should be launching, that
Well,
could happen.
that's what I used
am
to
excited for that, where if it ever gets to that point.
I'm way more excited. I'm surprised you're not more excited.
The Old Republic. Okay, so what you talk about the three things, the three movies.
Real quick, what I was going to say was I was shocked at how awful the last episode of Mando was, and then 2 days later, Celebration kicks off, and we have announcements and new trailers and everything.
You know what I wonder is what was the vibe at Celebration after everybody watched that episode? And
Dude,
then they're
everyone loves that show. I'm going on the subreddit. Everyone says this is great. Why people shit on this show? You fucking idiots. And I feel like I'm in my own little island. Like,
yeah, it's kind of weird.
I feel
It's
like I'm watching a different show.
It's like Russia is sandblasting comment sections saying, "Hey, it's really good. It's really good."
What is Russia's stock in Disney?
Hacked. It's all hacked.
Accurate. Confirmed.
I
So
don't-
I guess you're right to say there was only 3 big announcements, but there were a lot of like trailers and reveals for the stuff that we've been waiting for, and like.
What else did we get? We got an Ahsoka trailer, which was badass.
Well,
But
okay.
we knew that was announced 2 years ago. Let's
yeah,
not
but
act like
we-
that was.
Yeah, but we saw it now.
Yeah. No, it looked.
It
It
was
looks great.
exciting.
It looks great. But
And
it's
I
not.
guess-
It's not new.
I guess there's a couple things that were only shown behind closed doors.
Oh.
So I've been reading reports about, and I
Okay.
saw a couple leaks, but they get taken down.
Tales of the Jedi 17's coming out.
So we got the
and-
3 movies. We'll talk about all this in more detail, but to kick us off and just tease us,
Yeah.
tantalize us, we got the 3 movies. We got the Acolyte teaser, which wasn't released publicly yet. The Ahsoka teaser, which was released publicly.
Mhm.
Footage from Andor Season 2. They premiered Episode 7 of Mando for the Celebration folks. There's spoilers about that. Skeleton Crew, which I had heard of but I didn't really know about. Tales of the Jedi Season 2, Star Wars Visions Season 2, Bad Batch Season 3, all confirmed with dates. And then there's a bunch of books stuff. New trailer for Jedi Survivor. Unfortunately, no game news at all except for that new trailer for Survivor, which that's a huge disappointment for me. And then some like fringe comic stuff that I can't remember.
All that stuff's fine. The movies are obviously what I'm excited about if that ever happens. And I really wish I didn't have to say that. But I do feel like they've just promised and then dropped.
They have.
As of late. I mean, it's been like the past 2-3 years. That's what it's been.
Well, I got to rescind because I saw something a month or two ago that said everything that was originally slated was now canceled. And I said that on the show like 2 episodes ago. It's not necessarily true. Rogue Squadron's canceled because the director is too busy.
Yeah.
But Taika's thing is still going on.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's thing is like, we don't know.
Wait. But the 3 things that were announced have nothing to do with
They're
the
all
Taika.
brand new things. Yeah.
Okay.
And
But
Ryan
so
Johnson's
potentially
thing
we've got
is not officially canceled
We've got
either.
5 live action movies potentially
We've got 3 confirmed.
that were just announced.
Well, confirmed as far as Disney goes. And then there's like
The
3
Feige-
other ones that are like
The Feige and the...
that are kind of potential, like maybe happening. I mean, once they get back in the swing of things, it's feasible they're going to do 1 a year.
They shouldn't be doing any less.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what kind of like step back they took. I disagree with it, but I think they're coming out of it.
Yeah. Look, the potential's there. The Old Republic story that was a Filoni that was one of the stories is Old Republic, the beginning of the Jedi.
It's not even Old Republic. It's like ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first. I can't remember the name of it. It's about the first Jedi.
And I saw a date thrown out there that it was 25,000 years
Something like
before where we are at.
Yeah,
which
so-
is kind of a shot in the dark. I don't feel one way or the other about it, but I do know that even when we were big Bane and Revan fans, everyone was like, well, 4,000 years ago was so long ago. And then they're like, no, fuck it.
Fucking 15.
Add a
whatever
zero,
it is.
bro.
Yeah.
Add a zero.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, sure, that's fine. It's
No,
kind of what, like the High Republic, the issue I have with it is everything's still tied in. And we're still going to be talking about the potential danger of Palpatine or the potential danger or visions of Vader. And it's like, guys, can't we just go somewhere without them?
I don't have an issue with that anymore.
I just want. That's why I liked KOTOR, and I'm not going to talk about KOTOR, but that's why I did like it because it was.
You guys
It
heard of
stood
KOTOR?
alone. It stood alone.
Have you heard of KOTOR?
I don't have to know who Yoda is to enjoy KOTOR.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. So that my point is the 25,000 years ago. While it's surprising that they would go that far back, I'm
Stretched, for
definitely
sure.
wow, stretched. Yeah.
So the 3 films that were announced is what we just talked about. The first, I can't remember what the title was or the teaser title. Early Jedi, First Jedi, Original Jedi, whatever. And then that's directed by the guy that did Ford vs. Ferrari. Thought you'd be happy about
Yeah.
that. And then Filoni is doing a movie about the Imperial Remnant and the New Republic, which is going to wrap up all of the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Thrawn stuff.
Boba Fett.
And then, I don't know if this is officially called Episode 10 or if it's something different, but there'll be a movie with Rey 10 to 15 years after Episode 9, rebuilding the Jedi Order.
There's a lot of potential there. I'm surprised they're doing it.
I am too. I'm surprised they got Daisy Ridley back after all the nonsense.
Look, they put themselves in a corner with her and her story. If they fuck up 10, 11, or whatever they're going to call it,
Why would they go to 11?
well, why wouldn't they?
No, I meant... It sounded like you meant the first one is going to be Episode 11. Episode 9?
It's Star Wars. We're
Episode
going
11.
9, 11, 10.
Episode 1.
All I'm saying is I feel bad for Daisy Ridley if it's not done well. Because all she's gonna have 6 fucking movies under her realm, and only one of them's gonna be like resoundingly accepted. Episode 7,
Right.
8 split in half, and 9. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I guess
I'm excited for the potential.
I guess the benefit now is that all the old heads are gone. Like maybe
Yeah.
Luke would come back as a Force ghost or something to like
Yeah.
do a little training.
Yeah.
But it's her.
I mean-
Hopefully Finn would be back.
Let's not pretend like Yoda can't always just be hanging around.
Well, that's true. But I'm saying they're not like meeting up with Han Solo or anything.
Yeah.
I guess Chewie ended up still being alive. So
You know, as I wrap my head around what that could become, she did bury lightsabers. You don't even know if these Jedi are going to be armed. Like, she could be starting from fucking ground zero,
she has no idea what she's doing.
which is the perfect place to start because she doesn't know what to do and what not to do. She's carving her own path. I mean, she's going her own way. Although she does have those ancient Jedi texts.
Well, and we also don't know how many Order 66 survivors are going to make their way all the way through the Imperial Remnant and potentially
Quinlan Voss is still running.
Ahsoka might survive through all this shit.
It's very.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, you're talking me into it. Not that I if these movies ever happen.
Here's what I said in the WhatsApp. I said it felt like the other time they announced all these, it was like, oh, they have to put a date into the movie theater schedule. So they announced that they were doing movies, and they felt kind of very like off the cuff. This one was like the first day of celebration. We're announcing 3 movies at once. Daisy Ridley's back. Filoni's on this project. It feels a lot more solid to me than the other ones.
Isn't that exactly what they did like a year ago?
No,
They gave us
the
a
last one-
roadmap.
No, it was like a random ass article that was like, "There's a new Star Wars movie."
No. When was that roadmap announced? With Rogue Squadron, with Visions, with Acolyte. There was a roadmap announced.
It's probably at the last celebration, then I guess.
Yeah. And stuff just started crumbling down.
Was Rogue Squadron on that though?
Yeah. Because we had that teaser of Rogue Squadron.
No,
What do you mean, no?
no teaser.
Yeah, it was, the teaser, the director was saying, hey, I'm going to be doing this movie.
Oh, like a
my
little
father
interview
was
thing.
a pilot.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
somewhat of a teaser. Like, she was talking about the movie and what she was going to make. And then they're like, yeah, nope. But everything else.
she got too busy.
To be fair, everything else did kind of. Because Visions did become a thing. Acolyte's becoming a thing. Ahsoka's here.
Yep.
We've been through Obi-Wan and all that. So
Yep.
it's just that one oddball one that kind of fell off. I just got a poor taste in my mouth. Well, probably because of the last fucking Mando episode. But
No, I do too. Trust me. That's been my vibe until Friday. Honestly, it was like, I'll watch stuff. They really need to earn back my trust. I don't know what's gonna happen. Who cares?
But
honestly, I know there was only 3 new things technically. But when I heard about that and I saw the Ahsoka trailer, I'm just bought back in.
But all they're
100%.
doing is dangling.
That's
right
fine.
Now.
They can dangle all they want.
They're not doing anything yet. Although I did hear that Kathleen Kennedy said that the 3 movies that they did just announce are well on their way. So I think like writing's done. Like there's a lot of stuff that they've already checked off. Like
Let's go, baby.
we need 3 movies by next year.
And if Filoni's planning his movie, that means there are at least story beats of the Mando and Ahsoka and Thrawn saga that are at least somewhat planned out.
If I was a
If I was Kathleen Kennedy,
well-known director and I grew up a Star Wars fan, even in the disarray that Disney is in somewhat, I would be like, dude, give me a fucking chance to do a Star Wars movie.
Yes.
Give me, just don't tell me what to do, but just allow me.
Hopefully they've chilled on that.
I think that they shot themselves in the foot.
I mean, if somebody pitched the original Jedi from 20,000 years ago and they accepted that, I mean, I think they're going out more on limbs than they were originally.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Good.
What-
I've changed your tone.
Well, no. I'm excited for what could be. I'm interested to see if they try to, throwing out words, midichlorians.
What are midichlorians?
Well, 25,000 years ago, we're about to fucking find out. You sprinkled them on your Wampa burger and
Yeah, dude.
got into the water.
It's like those
system.
little fake seahorses you get in a packet and just put
They're
them in
not
your fish
fake.
tank.
They're alive.
Sorry, dude. Powder is what I meant, I
Living
guess.
beans.
Powdered seahorses. No, I'm in. I'm bought back the fuck in. Is all I gotta say.
I'm still on the fence. I am excited, but I'm gonna hold my. I'm not gonna hold my breath as you told me to.
Start holding your breath until episode 10 comes out.
So it's
3 years from now, they did. I think they did. I did see somewhere in the Star Wars Leaks subreddit or something that the first of these movies might not be until 2026. 6.
And you're excited today.
Yeah, they're happening.
Just wait till 25 when they're like, wait. No. We're going to... Vision 7. Vision 7, guys.
Yeah. It depends on how these shows go, I guess. I mean, that'll keep me... I guess
Ahsoka has to be the one. Ahsoka
think it will
has
be.
to... Andor was a punch in the throat. You're like, oh, shit, they can do that.
Right.
And then Ahsoka's got to be the thing to just drag us through because
Yep.
they cannot fuck up Ahsoka and they cannot fuck up Thrawn. This is like a peak in between the blowing up of the second Death Star and Starkiller Base. There has to be something here. And with the way Mando's been going, regardless of the Mando story, it's still leading up. We're talking about cloning technology. Who's using it? Who's doing all the... Who's above Moff Gideon?
Right.
Like, oh, no.
Right.
And then Ahsoka's talking Thrawn in a random episode, and you're like,
Yep.
okay, we're getting somewhere.
Yep.
And that's probably what the Filoni movie's going to be about.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be the pinnacle of all these. So,
Correct.
guys, the potential's there. It's always been there. That's my issue.
Right. They're just taking their goddamn time getting to it.
That's why I'm a Star Wars fan, guys. The potential's always there for amazing things. They've just kind of been swinging and missing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, of course, I'm gonna watch the last 2 episodes of Mando and be probably, hopefully, blown away because let's see, there's only fucking 2 episodes left.
I didn't look at the spoiler, but apparently they aired episode 7 at Celebration, and it's supposed to be good, and it's 50 minutes long, and supposed to have a return of an important Imperial character. So I'm assuming that's Moff Gideon. He's coming back,
Yeah.
trying to fuck people up. Tell me, say it.
They're kind of treating Moff Gideon
Release your anger.
like Sidious in the original trilogy. Like,
It's kind of shadowed.
he's out there.
He might be.
And then, oh
alive
my
somewhere.
God, there's a ship. That's where he was. And you're like, yeah, but what the fuck's he doing? Because we haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
I wish he was
is the
along.
thing.
I wish there was more. I just wish there was more. Period. End of story. I just wish there was
Well,
more
that's the funny
in the
thing is,
Mandalorian stuff.
I don't even think there needs to be more. I think they needed to pace it differently and cut it differently. I'm not going to repeat my goddamn self.
I mean,
Maybe I will.
there can be a great story about just a looming enemy. Like, you're not even sure who or what they are.
Well, they're supposed to be. Imperial bomber fleet destroyed Bo-Katan's castle.
but we're on
I forgot
episode-
about
but
that
we're on
because it was
yeah.
like 3 episodes ago.
Because we're on
Like,
episode 7 now
the
already.
actual scenes are there. They're just all fucking rejiggered in the wrong place,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But the internet does not share my opinion. That's fine.
I'm happy other people have.
I'm happy people
Absolutely
like
loved
things.
it.
I'm not gonna fucking shit on it
Yeah,
about it.
I want to like it too.
I'm not gonna shit on them for liking it, but I will reserve my right to keep shitting on it, if that makes sense.
What if?
Yeah.
Well, I just assume Ahsoka could potentially show back up.
Yeah.
Before the end of the season. Especially with the way
It's possible.
Bo-Katan's being hailed.
Yep.
Um,
It's definitely possible.
I honestly don't even fucking remember the last episode.
It's okay.
Jack Black came on board on screen, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." And then Lizzo was like, "Okay." And then Doc Brown came out. I said, "Shut it off. Turn it off. I don't." What? Who? Not okay. I'm not
Okay.
mad
Okay.
that these 3 people are in Star Wars. I'm not at all. But the fact they chose one episode,
Right. I agree.
just one episode to introduce all 3, and it's a late episode where shit should be
Yes.
kicking off right
Yes.
now. There should be people being murdered by. I mean, we're getting to the 7th episode and nothing.
Yep.
We fought what? Frogs in the Mandalore cave, and we fought a pterodactyl, and
It's just convoluted settings for them to put cool stuff on screen, which drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
Do you feel better, worse, or the same about this season of Mando and Boba Fett?
Like, do I like this less than Boba Fett?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely even at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I have always, the
there's-
first 2 seasons of Mando I thought were definitely a tick better than
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
This season has gotten down there, and I'm like, I
agree.
don't.
The problem is once these last 2 come out and we see the whole storyline, it
Yeah.
could jump it up a couple rungs.
Well,
But I just don't. It's like, you ever like, I don't even know how to analogize this into like the real world, but you do something a million times, like part of your job or whatever, and then you see somebody doing it the completely opposite way, and your brain can't even comprehend why someone would think to do it that way because it makes
Right.
no fucking sense. That's how I feel about this season. It's like you have the culmination
like
of
you're-
multiple clans of Mandalorians, and Bo-Katan wants the Darksaber, and no one wants to follow her, and she has to fucking have an honor duel with this guy and kick his ass to take back control of her clan. And that's 7 minutes of the entire episode
I completely forgot about that.
because they wanted to run around and chase droids
Yeah.
because they wanted to, that's a cool, fun little thing for them to do. But like the tension of Bo-Katan being shunned by everybody and then coming back to claim her spot,
Is enough.
that's what I want to focus on.
It's enough.
Do that for 40 minutes.
That is completely enough. Finding that
Like you didn't need the
yeah.
haranguing them into fucking this weird droid investigation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, the tension within the Mandalorian community is enough to carry this whole fucking season.
Right.
And they haven't
whole
even,
show.
they've barely dabbled in it. Din Djarin showed up.
Dude,
That's about it.
flash my glasses.
Din Djarin, Waters, Bo-Katan, and now we're here. Yeah. Guys, I want to like it.
I mean, I like the part that I liked.
The 4 minutes out of the 40.
I like the end. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I have a bad feeling about Jack Black being in Star Wars now because of his placement in this episode with 2 other star cameos. It's like, I feel like Jack Black could be cool in Star Wars, but now it's kind of like tainted by this weird thing.
Yeah, again, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Now, I love Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
I thought he was cool. And I thought just his, like, he's a veteran actor. He felt rooted in the world. Like, he was saying all those weird things, like data chips fucking this and security systems. But he delivered it, and he felt like he's part of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Lizzo and Jack Black were a little much like, yeah, who's coming on set today? Let's put him some costumes on. Throw him on the fucking screen. That's how I feel about it.
Which Hunter's talking about all the droid bullshit is going to come to... The whole point is the separatist forces are still active out there somewhat.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. We did get a Count Dooku mention. That was fun.
I didn't even...
Christopher Lloyd, he goes on a little rant. He's like, Count Dooku was trying to do this. He was a leader, blah, blah, blah. And then they fucking arrest him.
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
cool.
obviously the galaxy split. People are trying to create a new republic. There's separatists out there. Imperial remnants still out there. Jedis are kind of like, well, are we good to poke our head out? Like,
No, not yet.
and then you have the First Order, now Thrawn. I mean, there's shit everywhere.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to see the potential of like early First Order people.
Not to mention fucking Mandos.
Yeah. The most deadly people in the galaxy. Oh, how'd you feel about the opening?
What was it?
It opens on a Quarren ship. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I thought it was cool until the love story thing. Like it opened up and the Quarren was in a little like tank.
Yeah.
And then it like evacuated and went down and then she sat in her captain's chair and I was like, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And then the Mando showed up and they're like, we got hired to kick your guys' asses. Let's go. Don't make us pull out our blasters. It's like, cool, I'm on board. And then Amonkel comes out of the back and they all have like English accents and they're like
Oh, yeah.
falling in love.
I've been screwing this fish for weeks.
Don't take us back to our parents. It's like, okay, I think I checked out.
I'm not lying.
Like we've had Monkels on, like Akbar. We know what they sound like.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just give them a different accent.
Yeah. Well, if they're from a different part of the sea.
No.
No.
They're all from... No, dude.
Under the sea.
No.
Can't do the Jamaican.
That's like throwing up an R2-D2 and having him speak English.
Sup?
Basic. It's just like, sup, I'm going to fix this door. Beep, boop.
That's a good question. Why don't they speak basic? Why don't the droids speak basic? The battle droids do.
Yeah, just put a fucking translator in his
Why would you
voice chip or whatever.
Why would you install
Something that you
an
have to
audible
translate.
Yeah. Why would you install something that's audible that you have to be like, what the fuck did he just say?
I know.
That makes no sense.
Oh, dude. Speaking of translations, I watched Black Panther 2 finally.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. But there was a Mass Effect moment because Shuri has an AI like Iron Man has an AI, and they meet this new race that she doesn't speak their language.
Yeah.
And as they're talking, you hear the AI like in the background translating stuff for her.
Oh,
And it
cool.
reminded me of like the helmets in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
From like the Codex. It was like it translates all the alien language for you. That's super side tangent, but I found those small details very fun.
Yeah.
Not fucking Shakespeare Mon Calamarians making out on the bridge of a ship. Like, as soon as it opened, I was like, damn, that's sweet. I love corns.
Yeah.
And then it just spoiled it for me.
You're like, oh, dude, non-humans. This is fun. And then they're like, watch these two.
Our parents will never let us be together.
I think there's a globalist plot to destroy Star Wars.
No, there's a global spot to bring Star Wars back. Just taking a fucking sweet time, dude. Yeah, that was really, especially after we complained last episode. No, last episode wasn't as horrible. The pirate attack or whatever. But
Speaking of, one of the best movies that does hold the fuck up.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's good, dude.
It's so good. Think about this. If you got a Pirates of the Caribbean theme, I don't even know how to say that. Like, Pirates of the Caribbean, when it launched, it was dark. And I felt like it was more violent.
Yeah, it's
Then-
dead pirates are back to life.
Yeah. If they had any sense of that in Star Wars.
Hey, puppet.
It was evil. I liked it.
Yeah.
Without being gruesome. I mean, they kept it PG, I think.
Might be 13.
Yeah. There are bones.
There's some cleavage shots, too.
Those movies-
It is solid, though. I
those
love
movies-
anything pirates I'm in except for the Swamp Thing, Purpose Person, and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Such a hypocrite. I'll watch anything pirates as long as it's not pirates in Star Wars.
It's weird, man. It's so weird.
That's what I think of it.
Because I completely agree. It's so weird that they would take like such a stereotypical pirate and just pluck it out of history and media and just insert it into Star Wars and not feel like they should tweak that to make sense in the Star Wars universe.
It's like putting Legolas in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, no. Or a Jedi in Lord of the Rings. It's like, no. Nope.
A Russian Jedi at that.
Why y'all
You're like,
Russian?
first
What
of
are you
all,
talking about Russian so much?
It's like, first of all, okay, he's a Jedi, but why is he like Jedi in Star Wars aren't Russian? That's my point with the Quarren. Like, hello,
Puppet.
You're like, wait, Quarren? Wait, what?
Well, they kind of established they're going away from it. You know, it used to be like the Imperials were all like snobby British accents.
Yeah.
And the Rebels were all American.
Yeah,
They've totally diverged from that.
yeah,
But when it comes to aliens that like, I guess Akbar spoke basic, but he's got the warbly, fishy sounds.
yeah.
Like it's almost like Jabba the Hutt. Like you wouldn't go and change the way Jabba the Hutt.
But just-
Actually, you would. Zero the fucking Hutt, dude.
But just think about
I hated that too.
physically, like they have floppy fish face. So like when they're talking, you think like cheeks and saliva and
Yeah.
shit. That I feel like that makes sense if they're talking like wah, wah, wah.
Right.
And
well,
then
like
she's just
the
like,
Ithorian
hello, and
in
you
the Ithorian in Boba Fett. He had to have that like fucking
Yeah.
vocoder thing in order to translate his 14 throats.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
As
wanna-
if the Ithorian came out and just started talking with like a Brooklyn accent. Get off my fucking Mos Espa. Like, no. Doesn't make any sense.
You think we're gonna see Mayfeld again?
I hope not. I mean, I like this character, but there's only 2 fucking episodes left.
Well, we're gathering our party clearly. All
Bo's
them-
gathering her party now.
Bo-Katan.
She doesn't like me.
Did she win over all those Mandos? Like
I guess.
she beat the guy who was accusing her.
I don't fucking believe it though, because it took 3 seconds, and then Din was like, "Oh, I was captured, and she killed the thing that she beat the thing that beat me."
Yeah.
So she wins. I'm like, maybe if you took like 10 minutes to like go through that whole thing, it might have made more sense.
But she
So she does. Yes, they all following her now. It was just like, we're never gonna follow you. You don't have the dark saber. Weak-ass
actually
bitch.
she does.
It's like,
now.
oh, I'll just give it to her. Oh, okay, we follow you. All right, you earned this.
Okay, back to fucking turtles.
Turkles, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sorry. And at least I know I said the subreddit was all positive, but in our group chat, I think it was a unanimous like, what the fuck.
Yeah.
I think Kigo even said that his kids were like, Dad, what the hell?
Turn it
off. Stop watching Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just it's no longer building.
It's building, but it's like it's 10% building and plot development, and 90% look at this cool stuff.
Pirates. And you're like, oh yeah, I've heard of pirates.
Corins, Jack Black.
Jack Black. Yeah, I want to hear what's his face. What's wrong with your face? I want to hear him review.
He's not.
Jack
He hasn't
Black.
liked anything since he first saw a movie. You don't want to hear
That
his-
guy hates.
He hates everything.
What's his name?
I don't remember. I don't know his name. It's Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media.
They don't like anything.
It's fine at this point.
It's funny to watch once in a while, but I'm just like, do you like any movies? You guys make movies and review movies. Do you like any movies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're sitting up here claiming we're Star Wars fans, and all we do. Been upset.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't like it.
the other thing I am excited for is Fallen Order, or what is it called? Jedi Survivor.
Survivor.
The gameplay looks really cool, and
Yeah.
it looks like they do have you traveling with a companion.
Yeah, I saw a new guy who I didn't recognize, and then I saw the
Sorceress Lady.
the witch from Dathomir hanging out.
Which is nice because that was our biggest complaint of the first one. Like, you get the cool side character,
And then they
the
said-
very last thing, and then you never get to use, like,
Yeah.
you don't get to use any of those people.
I don't
Seer's
think you
still
can
there.
change characters. I think they're just kind of with you.
That's fine.
Kind of like a Lydia situation from Skyrim.
Honestly, all I expect is to be able to visually play off of them. So if, like, she's attacking, I'll get, like, an option to, like, run and kick off her back and stab the dude. Like random stuff
Seems
that
possible.
it's going to set you up for.
Yeah.
I hope it's not just, like linear.
I think it is mostly going to be like that. So they got a couple of the Star Wars channels that I follow. They got, they had like I don't even know what you call it. Not a beta, a demo, a play test, sneak preview, whatever. So Alex was talking about it, and this other channel I follow, Eckhart's Ladder, was talking about it, and they were like, it's Fallen Order, but like times 10. So like everything's smoother, all the animations are better, the combat's better, the graphics are better,
More
the
enemies.
customization is more, the
Yeah.
enemies are different. I don't think it's going to be like extremely open world.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little more free than the first one, but it's not like going to be a radical. It's not going to be like going from Dark Souls to Elden Ring or anything like that.
Yeah. I
Which
mean, the one thing
I didn't really expect them to do that.
the one thing I don't expect to see is any type of sack or consequences, which sucks. And I mean that in the very worst way.
You don't know, dude.
Like, the decisions you make in your game actually change.
Oh, not in this type of game. Is that what you meant? No.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant just like in general, like in terms of the plot of the game.
Oh, no. I'm just saying gameplay.
Yeah.
I
I haven't
just-
seen that in a game in a while, actually.
No.
Isn't that weird? That was like a groundbreaking thing. Now it's gone.
Dude.
Everyone's on to open world now. Got to bring it back, dude. KOTOR remake. Let's do it.
But Mass Effect, that's the whole... Mass Effect is great. The world building's great. The theme is great.
amazing.
But what really just drags you along is every decision you make along the way can change a lot on the back end. Who's with you? Who died?
Yep.
What species are going to back you? How easy the end fucking everything is. And you're like, dude.
And then they one up themselves, and that carries through to all 3 of the games.
Right.
Which is fucking sweet.
Which makes it your game.
I always want to go back and play those, but
every time, man. You know what sucks is I bought the remastered one and played like 90% of the way through the first one and then just walked away from it again. I was like, fuck, I should have just kept going.
It was good.
The second one's definitely a lull for me. I hate the having to go get ammo. It's the smallest little thing, but it's like
Yeah, I agree.
after you get done playing so many hours of the first one,
Yeah,
and then you get jumping to that, you're like, fuck,
Immediately
I
switching.
forget I have to like pick shit up now, and
Yeah.
it's random, but
Yeah, I didn't finish it. It came out right when our daughter was born, so I was in those first couple weeks. They just a blob on laying on the couch. So I played a lot of it, but then I didn't. It's a long game, the first one, so I didn't finish it all. And
I
then had to
like-
drop it.
I still like the first one a lot.
It's good.
I really, really
It's
do.
really good. So fucking nostalgic, dude.
Did
I
you
would still
hear?
love for there to be the Mass Effect movie.
Don't hold your breath.
I will hold my breath until Mass Effect comes out.
Did you hear the crazy news? Now this makes me feel.
I don't know. I got a list here.
This makes me feel really old, and at the same time, it makes me feel like we are completely out of ideas. Did you hear
Me and
that
you were out of ideas? I think we are.
the world is out of ideas?
Okay.
They're remaking, or at least have plans to remake Harry Potter.
Yes, I did.
Now, I'm completely fine with remakes. I really am, but it does make me feel old that they're like, this needs remade because it's that old, and I'm like, well,
Oh, it's a remaking like the plot of the books.
yeah.
I thought it was just like a new like Hogwarts series on HBO.
Oh no, I thought I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
I thought it was a remake,
Fuck.
and if it is,
Yeah, that's too soon.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all for remakes, but it's only been 20 years, and those movies aren't like when you watch them, you're not like, Jesus, this is god awful.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's not like the original animated Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
or any Star Wars. Yeah,
Yeah, remake A New Hope.
they did. So correct us if we're wrong. If you guys are,
I'm gonna
it's-
look at that. Really
Which Hunter
quick.
just said it's not a remake. Okay, I hope not, but that's what I thought I read.
I saw it like
It's a new series on HBO.
tangentially.
Yeah, but I thought it was supposed to be Harry Potter.
Harry Potter TV series for HBO Max, inching closer to reality with J.K. Rowling and talks to produce.
Okay.
I
Was she involved in all the mystical beasts or whatever, the fantastic?
think she has like sign off on stuff, but I
Yeah.
doubt she was in there doing anything. The general idea is for each season to focus on one book in the Harry Potter book series. Well, this is what I'm reading from Deadline, so you are right, Mopar.
Well,
But this is not what I saw something on Reddit earlier, and it was just like a generic like Harry Potter universe thing. And I was like, oh, they could do like them when they're adults
how
and like focus on their kids. And Harry Potter's an horror, and he's hunting down motherfuckers.
okay. If it's got anything to do with Neville,
Yeah,
I think it could be really cool if it was like from the point of view of a side character that has. I mean, I think he was supposed to be.
Oh, good call.
Yeah,
Hey, Warner Brothers, come on, dude. Come on.
because I think he was like borderline supposed to be the chosen one.
Yeah, I think Dumbledore says the prophecy could have been one of them. It could have.
Been
It could
either
have
one.
fit for Neville or for Harry. Yeah.
So if we could walk down that path in a series
Same
where
storyline,
where
but-
Neville's crossing paths with Harry a lot, but now would like Daniel Radcliffe go back and play?
A 10-year-old?
He looks 12.
I still haven't seen that Weird Al movie that he was in. He played Weird Al.
I still haven't seen it.
Would like to.
Side
Put it on the
side note.
list.
Yeah, also side note, we I'm paying for fucking Apple TV now for only one reason. And
Ted Lasso.
we got to pump through this. And we watched the craziest episode last night.
Of?
The absolute Ted Lasso.
Oh, which one?
It was the one where Coach Beard goes on a fucking binger after a big loss.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know how to feel about it.
Remind me, because it's been a while.
They lose the match. He's so bummed. He walks away and just says, okay, Ted, I'm just going to walk this off.
Yeah.
And he goes on a binger, literally goes to the bar, gets hammered with those 3 fans, goes to a private club, lies to get in, loses his pants. This girl tries to fucking rape him. Her boyfriend comes in, tries to kill him. He's changed into some other pants. He loses his wallet. He's on a fucking acid trip. He goes down this alley, gets beat up by the dude's dad. And you're like, dude, is any of this real? Like, I was thinking... This has, because it started really dark.
He's hallucinating or
yeah,
something?
Yeah, because it started really dark. He walks into his apartment and is watching TV, and they're like dogging him.
Yeah.
But clearly it's not, it's from his point of view, because they all they're talking about is how terrible he is, and it's like, okay, clearly he's just like imagining this, but then it just keeps going. And you're like, dude, where are we? He's all beat up on the subway. He can't get a fucking phone call in a hotel, because it's just like... What am I watching? Usually it's dark, but then there's like Ted Lasso making fun of stuff, and then it's dark, and then it's happy.
Biscuits somewhere.
But the whole Coach Beard episode, I was like, I don't know. Like usually
we can season 1 or season 2?
No, that's almost the end of season 2.
Okay, so you are with like the therapist and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff gets pretty heavy, but
yeah.
I felt like there was no high point. Like it was all down in the dumps, and
yeah.
Usually we can pump through maybe 2 or 3 episodes if we're up for it. I watched that one. I was like, nah, I can't.
Gotta take a break, dude.
I can't do this.
That's how I felt after Succession last night. I was like, I need to watch an episode of South Park.
I need
fucking cleanse myself out of that one before I go to... That show can get heavy, and it's...
South Park is pretty heavy.
South Park's dark, dude. No, Succession is... It comes out at 9, so like we watch one and then we go to bed, but sometimes I'm like, I need a palate cleanser, man. I can't like be thinking of Kendall's inner thoughts and then try to fall asleep.
Right. Yeah, you just need something, just the dumbest thing.
Exactly.
Like a Mando episode to watch. And
oh, yeah, dude. I want to see Lizzo and Jack Black.
Lizzo.
That'll really clear it.
I hate that. I hate that they introduced those 3 offshoot actors in the same episode, and it was a trash episode. I feel bad because I feel like Lizzo, she's wacky enough to be in Star Wars and be cool. Jack Black's perfect for Star Wars. And I'm
well, here's the thing, is they took it... Jack Black is a wacky dude already.
Yeah.
So to put him in Star Wars is wacky.
Yeah.
And you can make him fit. But then they gave it this, like, French Revolution aristocrat vibe, which in Star Wars is also goofy.
Yeah.
So you doubled up on the goofy. Like
then
Christopher
they're walking
Lloyd
into
was
droid
working in the
bars
security room.
Yeah.
I get that. That's fine. His acting was good. He kind of pulled me through. But yeah, you got Jack Black. Like, it's supposed to be like kind of... Who are the fucking French people? Marie Antoinette and King Louis or whatever. That's kind of the vibe I got from them. And then it's supposed to be in Star Wars, and you're on this rich world.
Dude,
it's like it's too many things.
This whole season is supposed to be like Mandalorian dire straits. Like, nothing's working. We're all split. And when they walk into places like this, it's like, oh, let's go on a happy side mission. And I know we've said video game stuff, but
yeah,
it just has such the opposite theme. And it just, regardless of the story, like, you could have an offshoot that you have to track down a fucking
one
droid or something.
One side mission.
But make it dark and difficult. And you could be, I don't know. You're right. They like tripled down on the fucking wackiness. And I'm like, all right, these Mandalorians are walking through here ready to go to war over their fucking planet.
Right.
And it's like, oh, but fucking Jack Black. And I'm like, what?
I know.
Is happening?
Or at least...
Why would Din Djarin and Bo-Katan deal with this shit? If they really were on the fence, like, backs against the wall. Hey, people are hunting Mandalorians. People bombed your fucking castle. The other Mandalorians hate you. You're walking in just like, oh, ice cream. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, dude. Where's the scene of like Bo reflecting on her castle and just like crying?
It was as much emotional damage as Leia with Dantooine.
Just like, I wonder who from the Empire did that. Anyways,
That's and I said Dantooine. I meant Alderaan.
Alderaan. Both.
She's like, oh no.
Anyways,
Talking, you smell.
General talking.
you smell real bad talking.
I would accept the side mission if it was done if we got some character development out of it. Like if there's a moment where they just completely lose the trail and like Bo's ready to give up and Din Djarin has to give her a little pep talk and they talk a little bit about like their childhood or something like that.
It's such
like in Andor.
Yeah.
Like the whole payroll stealing thing. Like you go from him and Bix and his whole world on, I can't remember the name of the planet.
Yeah. Toshiba.
You go from Mitsubishi to Yamaha. He's got all that backstory, gritty world, industrial, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they do this little side mission where they're like undercover. They're in the fucking woods.
But that's so cool.
It was weird at first. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Built-in
But
tension.
it took time for him to understand the rebellion. He learned all of these characters. He like kind of was reading people. And it's not about them stealing some cash money.
Yeah.
It's about him finding a reason to understand rebellion.
It's him beginning to trust
Other people
again.
Yeah.
And it starts with the rebellion who's given him a chance.
Yeah.
And I've got nothing even fucking close to that in Mando. I do really think the armor puts a bad taste in my mouth for how much we dog on her. But
She was really cool. It's just she's just done nothing
she's
new.
one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Just repeats herself. And I'm like, all right, well, if you were dropping knowledge in a older Luke Skywalker talking about the downfalls of the Jedi type of way, like if the armor was like, we were one people strong, but XYZ happened and we were fractured and blah, blah, blah. But she just screams, this is the way. And you're like, this is getting me nowhere.
Yeah, I think we also see her too much. I think in the first season, I think Din has one scene, he rebuilds this thing, and then you see her at the very end of the season.
Yeah.
So she says this is the way a whole bunch. It only happens twice. That's fine. But now she's in every episode. So it's like, okay, here's a thesaurus.
I will say it was pretty cool seeing her in action with the fucking forging tools when she was bashing those fuckers' heads in.
It's badass.
I was like, finally she's
Do
doing
more of that.
Yeah, she's doing something finally.
She fought in the first one. They tried to take her out. Tried to take out her forge. She wasn't having it.
You fought in the first one?
Who's? Anyways, we diverted back
Ted
into
Lasso.
Ted Lasso to Mando. Ted Lasso is a great show. All right, other stuff from Celebration. Ahsoka we talked about a little bit. Acolyte teaser. Did you see anything about that?
No, but go ahead. You can.
Fuck. Looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks incredible. It's the first High Republic thing on screen. Obviously, we kind of talked about that when you read the plot an episode or two ago. There was a leak from somebody in the theater recording part of the trailer, but there's only like 40 seconds, so you don't see
Acolyte?
much. Yeah. So it's the main character from Squid Games, actually. It's a Jedi Master.
Okay.
And it's like he's giving a pep talk to some of the younglings. They're just getting a lesson in the Jedi Temple. And then it's grainy. It's hard to see, really. And then there's Carrie-Anne Moss from The Matrix.
Okay.
Is in there. I think she's a Jedi or she's the Acolyte. I can't remember. It was hard to see. But there's a little duel. Hand-to-hand Jedi duel. No lightsabers. And it's like very much like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Matrix. I guess it's the same choreography team that did the Marvel movie Shang-Chi, which I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah. That was like one of the highlights of that movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk shit about that, but
it was
a little.
So it looks like we'll be getting like some real like martial arts influence. And yeah, it's the first thing before episode 1 that we've ever seen on screen.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Quality wise, production value, even though it was grainy, I could tell it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking it seriously.
Oh yeah.
That's all I really want. It's a simple ask for how much we bitch about stuff. If they just took it seriously, like the last episode
This is just
of Mando.
what Filoni. It's not a bad I don't like it. It doesn't make it bad. It's just that's how he's always kind of structured things, even all the way back to the very first Clone Wars.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt feelings. Why keep him around? If he's breaking shit
He's
up
like
like
the
that,
spearhead.
but like you can still be the decision maker, but to be like, we should break this story up like this, and this is how it should unfold.
Well, I don't know.
And then you're like, wait,
specific they're getting with it.
yeah. I'm just more asking the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
you,
get it.
you, he was involved in Mando all 3 seasons, Boba Fett, and you're like, what?
Oh, like is it kind of analogous to Lucas, where it's like, yeah, you did all this awesome stuff, but now you're doing all of it, and no one's checking you, and you're just kind of doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm asking, is that
Correct.
what's happening?
It's a question.
Because it's something's wrong. From my point of view, something is wrong. You have so much potential, and something as cool as the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
When we were in high school, one of the coolest things we could ever even imagine was something called the Mandalorian Wars. And just like, even hearing about it, you're like, dude, I bet it was
more than just Jango and Boba.
Yeah. Yeah. And now that we're seeing this stuff unfold, it's like, not that I had a vision of what it should be, but it's like, it's way out there. And I'm not following along, and I'm not interested. Which is crazy, because you say Mandalorians, retaking Mandalore. I'm on fucking board.
Yeah.
And then you lay out what they've put in front of us, and it's like, what? I thought we were going to Mandalore. I thought this was going to be like a building of, like a revolution of this soldier. I don't know.
Well, I guess if they're going to build up to a big climactic film, they got a couple more seasons to just take their time.
How many seasons is this going to be?
I don't think it's slated. It's just they're going until they don't want to go anymore. Which, now that all these other things are coming out and there are 3 new movies announced, maybe they will get a little more on rails. And they're like, okay, well, the film's coming out in 26, so we got to, reverse engineer it. We got 3 more seasons. We got to do this, and that.
Let me better explain how
Please do.
I feel about season 3 of Mando.
Do it.
It's like
Do it to me.
we were watching episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And after Order 66 and before the Battle of Obi-Wan and Anakin, we get the fucking 50s diner scene.
Yeah,
That's
like
how
Dexter Jetster has to go on a side
That's
quest.
how it feels. Like, shit is happening. Oh my God. Wait.
Right.
Oh, Obi-Wan. And you're like, what was that? And then you go back into it and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Who? What is happening?
And I think I was accepting of it, and definitely accepting of it in season 1. I think we grumbled, but then when I rewatched season 1, I'm like, it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And even season 2, for that one, I think it was more fan service issues than filler. The spider episode's a problem. But I was even forgiving up about it then. But now that it's season 3, it's like you've had your chance. You've gone through all those early stages. Like, we've developed the plot to a point. Din Djarin has grown to a point. The Mandalorians are now on a trajectory. And you just keep fucking stalling us out.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Stalling us out is the right term, because it's all there.
Dude.
Gas is in the car. We're ready to go. But guess what?
They got a can of nitrous in the back even.
We got to go take a dump first.
Little baby Grogu.
Grogu.
But then they end up fucking like in Tommy Boy, where they leak the nitrous and they're going down the road 7 miles an hour.
That's
not Tommy Boy, Black Sheep.
Yeah. Limit.
Loud.
That's another good one.
The Ahsoka trailer, honestly, is one of the best things I've seen in recent time.
I'll agree. Yep.
So, what do you think about these orange lightsaber wielding savages?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't matter
I'm
now.
intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Who are they? What are they doing? Are they like borderline evil?
Well, they're definitely evil.
Do you think?
They look pretty evil. You can tell by the way a person looks.
I don't know.
You can tell.
They're not fully bleeding the crystals. They got angry, but then like took it back.
I never liked that whole bleeding the crystal storyline. Anyways,
Me neither.
like this one's orange. I want that one.
Just make it simple.
Like in KOTOR, you can just go to the cave. Oh, I got a blue one, a purple one, a green one.
Listen, I'm cutting
I like
younglings.
purple.
I'm cutting younglings with purple. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, they look cool. I'm just interested. It's always a question when you have Order 66 and Revenge of the Sith. You say, okay, all the Jedi are dead except for Yoda and Luke, or well, yeah, Luke's baby, but whatever. And then you go to episode, all the way through the original trilogy, but then you have this gap of time where it's like, well, not everyone's dead, and they're dripping out more. It's like, oh, Cal Kestis, oh, Ahsoka still, she survived.
Yep.
Did Kanan survive? I can't remember from
I don't
Rebels.
No, I
mean,
think he died.
He survived Rebels, but did he survive at the end of that?
No, I thought he died in Rebels.
I can't remember.
I think Kanan died.
I'm a bad
But
fan.
Quinlan Voss has been dropped now
Right.
that he's running around still.
Right.
Dude,
So it's fun how they drip that
have,
stuff out. I don't know what's
they.
going to do.
I know I've brought this up, but they have paved the way for a potential Mace Windu. Because they never shut the door on.
No, fuck that.
I agree, but
No. Filoni would do it because he's a weirdo.
I don't think he would.
I think he would. He
I don't
did it
think
with
he would.
Maul. He did it with Maul, man.
Yeah,
They could have just whatever. I still hate that.
isn't that? Yeah, I think in a galaxy point of view, Mace Windu easily could have survived it. I mean, he had his hand cut off and he was electrocuted, but that's all that really happened. He was thrown out the window.
I know you could start with the scene of from a different perspective in Coruscant. Someone's walking around and he gets flung into the streets and uses the Force to save himself from getting splat on the ground, and then he hides. I know.
I'm just saying, is it worth it? Maybe not. Could it be cool? Sure. The same way as Maul. Like, is it?
no.
Do you still, at this point, do you still wish Maul just died in one?
I won't say it like that. I think when they brought him back, when was that? Like 2011? I think back then it made more sense. But now we have there's so much open time in these gaps between movies and shows that they can fill. I would just find it boring and lazy for them to fill it with a character like that. Like you got these new people in the Ahsoka trailer. I want to know more about them. Who are they?
Yeah.
It looks like she's fighting an Inquisitor. Who the hell's that? All this time. We got to talk about Thrawn and get interested in him and get psyched up for the fucking heir to the Empire.
He really is the key.
I don't need Mace Windu to come back.
He really is the key.
Yeah.
If
I mean-
I'm excited about any of this, like Ahsoka's great, but I do feel like we've had quite a bit of time with Ahsoka, and the stuff she's been in has been great. I have a bad feeling about her character. Like it's gonna go downhill at least a little bit.
Why is that?
I mean, what haven't we done with Ahsoka? I guess is my question. I love her. She's one of my favorite Jedi, but it's kind of gotten to the point where you're like, well, what more?
What character development could you possibly have?
And she is in a unusual situation. I mean, she really is by herself at this point. She's kind of pushed everything else away.
Yep.
But even in the trailer, it says like hero, rebel, Jedi, and I'm like, okay, I'm surprised they labeled her as Jedi because up until then she's kind of denied that.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess Thrawn is the key. If he has to be it. He has to be like demon all.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's got to be
Tarkin.
like
Tarkin to the max.
I want to see Tarkin 2.0 is what I'm really expecting.
I mean, we do need like a just a straight up solid antagonist.
Can we just have a bad guy?
Yeah. Because like Gideon's really cool character, but you don't see him until the last 2 episodes of season 1.
He ain't doing shit.
And then he
though.
like pops up, he disappears, he comes back, he means more to me than you'll ever know. And then they arrest him, and then you don't see him. Oh, maybe he escaped a transport. We haven't seen fucking episode 7 yet. We haven't seen him yet.
Bad guys don't get captured.
Well.
That's what I'm going to say. In the Star Wars universe, do you think Palpatine's sitting behind bars? Do you think Vader is sitting there?
Well, Gideon's a pawn, probably.
That's my point. Gideon isn't a true
But
enemy.
we haven't seen the real motherfucker.
Well,
And
all
we're
the
at
building
the end
blocks.
of season 3. We still don't have a main antagonist.
The crazy thing is, we have all these building blocks. We've got Ahsoka. We've got Boba Fett. We've got Mando. We've got all this stuff going up, but we've already seen who's at the top. We know Thrawn's up there.
Right.
But between the...
He's just stuck in the fucking black hole.
Yeah, he's just floating. Now, they announced who was playing Thrawn. It doesn't matter to me. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's the guy the voice actor. Do you want to see it?
Sure. I think I saw it quick, and that's fine. It doesn't.
Did you watch House of Cards?
Yes.
It's the Russian president is the actor. That's who is the voice actor for Thrawn.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's him. It's Galen Erso's brother, the actor, Lars Mikkelsen, or Mads Mikkelsen. This is his brother, Lars
okay.
Mikkelsen. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's cool, man.
Oh, so he's a clone.
savage actor. Oh shit. Oh
shit.
No, he's not a clone.
Not a clone.
No, I am excited. It's cool. They're bringing basically it's just a Rebels reunion on live action, which is cool. Sabine is in there. Ezra's in there. Well, it was a hologram, but
How much was Thrawn in Rebels? Like the last 2 seasons?
last season 3 and 4, like a lot. He was the main bad guy.
What was like? I feel bad saying this, but what was he after? Like what did Thrawn want?
He wanted to kill the Rebels, dude. Have you seen Star Wars?
Oh my god!
I honestly, that's how detached I am with Detached. I don't remember like his main motivations. At that point, the Empire was still happening. So this was before New Hope.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was trying to do the Remnant or anything like that. He was just, I don't know, 4th or 5th on the chain.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like a cool plot. Like if he went from there and he knew Sidious and Vader were doing their thing. If he was planting those seeds that he's like, nah, I see their time's coming to an end. Like, regardless of what happens, and he's like, I'm a chiss. I'm gonna live for how many X years?
Yeah.
He's like, well, once they fall, I'm gonna be there to catch everything. I'm gonna put these people in place that trust me. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. And then once they fall, he's like, up here I fucking am.
Well, he and Ezra get zapped out in like that weird time travel room.
Which, by the way, I thought I saw in the trailer.
Yes. And this is before A New Hope. So I don't know if he is knowing what's going on behind the scenes, but like he's kind of absent all throughout the original trilogy because he's missing.
Do you think he fucking time warped?
Possibly. I don't think we're going to see Palpatine, but I think some Exegol stuff or some like hidden First Order stuff is going to happen. I think so. We have to get from the Imperial Remnant out, Battle of Jakku, into the First Order, into Force Awakens.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious at how all that stuff's going to play out.
Yeah.
Are they separate? The Imperial Remnant and the First Order?
I think they are.
Or is the Imperial Remnant literally the people who are just trying to bring Sidious back?
I don't know.
Which means they are the same thing, or
they become the First Order?
Or is
I
it
don't know.
almost like a separate faction that, hey, all these ships are still here, but no Emperor, so I'm going to take them over?
Well, we'll finally get an explanation to go into Force Awakens as to like the Resistance versus the New Republic.
Yeah.
And the First Order, and why they're like the whole New Republic isn't fighting them, it's just the Resistance, which I've never understood.
Yeah, it's just a group of systems that want to fight the First Order.
I know, but if it's a real threat, why isn't the New Republic? New Republic seems incompetent as fuck. I'll just say that.
Because Republic does have the bad guys involved too. From those worlds. They're not going to vote, yes, let's kill us.
What?
I'm saying the new Republic has got to have representatives from all systems.
Yeah.
Say one of those systems, just like the Separatists. One of those systems was acting a fucking fool.
Oh, but I don't think the First Order is part of it. I think they were hiding, and then they popped out with an army, and they're like, "We're gonna fuck you guys up."
Or maybe the New Republic just didn't think they were a threat.
Well, that too. They seem like they don't know what's going on.
Because that was a big thing about the first Death Star and how that stuff played out. No one thought the Death Star was real.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, yeah, sure, Rebels. You're just trying to make shit up.
It's a planet killer.
It's a planet killer. Stardust.
Pilot.
The message.
I will say one thing I am very happy to see is when they were on Coruscant in Mando, is the New Republic is just another government,
They all fuck
they're
up.
doing the same kind of shit that the Empire would do. Like, we can't help them. It's not worth it.
Hey, I get this
Too much
message.
paperwork.
I got this message. The people need help, and we're able to help them. Nah.
You don't want no part of this shit.
You don't want to know this. It's exactly how it went down, too.
But, they're doing the same kind of thing. And then they got this fucking... You think this girl's undercover? That officer?
Doesn't matter at this point.
Yes.
We got we got the lead singer of Skid Row is in the next episode. We've got Ratatouille.
Ratatouille's in there. Kathleen Kennedy has a cameo.
Jesus, Grover Cleveland.
We'll have John C. Reilly in Star
John
Wars
C.
soon.
Reilly. I love that guy. If he fucking shows up in Star Wars, I'm punching babies.
I'm killing younglings, dude.
Dude.
He will definitely take me out of the universe.
I can't. I love John C. Reilly. I think he's hilarious.
Dan Drangle.
Did you know the whole the wrestling thing where he does the hand move? That was a joke between him and his brother. Do you know the whole thing? Like he shakes his hand and he's supposed to be invisible. Like you can't see me, bitch.
In,
That was done as a dare from
Wait,
his brother.
in what? In what show?
John Cena.
John Cena.
You said John C. Reilly, didn't you?
I did.
And I even
You're thinking
said,
John
I
Cena?
said, yeah, I had John.
If either of them show up in Star Wars,
Yeah,
I'll be
thank
mad. No, I was going to Dr. Stephen Brule.
Yeah, sorry. I'm on a different book over here. Reading different words. Never mind.
You started doing this. I was like, what episode of Check It Out did I miss? God damn it. I have to go fire it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, today was Dingus Day. Happy Dingus
yeah,
Day.
Happy Dangus Day.
I'm not going to explain that.
Yeah, look it up.
So the only thing coming out on May 4th is Vision Season 2 and like a new kids show, which is unfortunately, because it's May 4th, but all this other shit is, we got trailers and it's coming out later this year.
Do you think it's a mistake not catering at least a little bit to adult Star Wars fans?
And or cater to us.
So it's been how many years?
What? And or just came out.
I know.
Season 2 is still in production.
I know. They've come out with a lot of stuff. The books, the different series.
I think
the movies
you could
have been
consider
good.
the books for us. We just haven't read a lot of them.
True.
A lot of the new ones, I mean.
Yeah. Kinda. I mean, I've probably read about 5, and 0 of them have been up to snuff. I'm not happy to say that, but
I know.
like the Ahsoka book. Come on.
Well, it's young adult.
Yeah.
You shot yourself in the foot already.
I hate that we bitch about shit. Let's talk about lightsabers.
That's what we're here to do, man.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
I want Jar Jar Binks back.
You got him.
with
coloring
lightsabers.
back, dude.
Dude, that was badass. How do we go from that to this last
Lizzo.
episode?
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Caloran Beck to show up in like Jedi Survivor or something. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Bravo to Ahmed Best too. That was badass.
I wonder who the main enemy is going to be for Jedi Survivor.
Thrawn.
Well, actually, they spelled it out.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
It could be Vader, I guess, because that's who you fight at the end of the first one.
Man, fuck Vader, dude.
Dude, that is one of the greatest endings to any video game.
That's true, but I don't need to see him anymore in the game.
Unless it's the greatest.
What's gonna happen? Vader doesn't die because he's in the next thing.
Unless Vader comes and it's like one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, I mean, are not all, most of the Inquisitors gone?
There's
curious
a
what's gonna
handful
happen.
left. Well, look at all of them that were in Obi-Wan.
Ooh, we're gonna get Kenobi crossover, maybe. Now we're talking about some fucking plot material,
I'm
baby.
actually kind of confused about
No, you're not.
the timeline of at this point all of it.
I am too. Sometimes I have to jump, and I'm talking about Thrawn, but is that in Rebels before A New Hope, or is that in Ahsoka after Return of the Jedi? I don't know. Mando?
Yeah, I feel like there's like
When?
a 40
Bo-Katan? When?
there's like a 40-year period from episode 4 to the new Remnant that it's like shit. Obi-Wan. You're like, oh yeah, well,
Wait,
Vader
no.
was in it,
Yeah.
but then Boba Fett happens, but that's after episode
You know what
6.
they need? A new Essential Chronology book. My all-time favorite Star Wars book.
Yeah, I have the OG upstairs.
Yeah, baby.
Still have it.
Yeah, mine's in a box somewhere in my basement.
Basement. Down in the basement.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I will say I've been on a little hiatus from almost everything. I paused video games for a little bit. I've been reading Lord of the Rings, but like I haven't caught up on Marvel stuff until recently. I've just watched Mando begrudgingly. I've been kind of chilling, but I gotta say, when I fired up Reddit on Friday and saw all the announcements, it just got me jazzed for all universes, not just Star Wars. I went and watched Black Panther 2 so I can start to get caught up on the Marvel stuff. It just kind of got me back into all the universes at once.
Well,
So I'm happy about it.
I need something else to
Well,
get me in Star Wars jazziness.
We'll hope these last 2 episodes are good. Hope.
Yeah, I wonder.
Unfortunately, that's the only thing short term that's coming up on the slate.
Yeah,
You could just go back and watch Rogue One if you want to get into it.
I'm due for that. Either like Solo or Rogue One.
Go for Solo. Or rewatch Andor.
It's so. I'm such a dog shit person, dude. I watch the same shit and it adds no value to my life, and it's like 2 hours a night where I'll just put something on. It doesn't matter. But the one caveat is basketball. I mean, you watch it, it's over, and you whatever. But as far as like
You just mean
movies,
like you have a list, but you just default to like YouTube or something?
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I do that not only too often. That's like all I fucking do. And it's been a hiatus where I haven't watched a brand new something to like full focus on for. It's been like months. I
Same.
feel like.
Same. That's why I mean that I'm happy that this kind of like rejuvenated some things. New season of Overwatch starts on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm just back in the nerd zone, you know. I feel you. I know you. You just need one thing to get inspired.
Dude, if I love old classic movies, but if I watch My Cousin Vinny again, or I
Black
watch
Sheep.
Blues Brothers or Caddyshack, or I've been on that kind of.
Are they ever gonna do that Caddyshack reboot?
I hope not. That's one that
All those guys are dead. Pretty much.
I'm okay with a lot of remakes. That's one I don't think they should ever touch.
Yeah.
It's a simple story. There's nothing to add. There's nothing to take away. Just
Right.
leave it.
You won a golf tournament.
Yeah. Just
Boobs.
leave it.
Done.
Yeah.
Here's a remake I would be willing to see is UHF. Reboot, I mean.
I'm honestly down for that.
Like, Weird Al's getting into streaming on U62. U62
Dude.
Plus.
Yeah, U62 Plus. That's such a good idea.
Hell, dude.
Ow!
I got applications in with Lucasfilm and Warner Brothers, but you can hit me up. Should we do a draft real quick?
Yeah, what do you want?
What did we say last time we were going to do? We teased it.
Our last draft was the 90s.
Oh, maybe it was after we stopped recording. We were like, the next week, let's do this. Cereal.
Is that what you want to do?
I think so. Unless you got a better idea. Episodes of Mando Season 3. We can skip the draft.
You know what we've never done is an actual Star Wars draft.
Oh. Yeah, we used to rank them, but now that there's 11 movies and 4 shows,
Yeah.
it gets tough.
Do you want to roll
I
the
actually
dice?
did rank mine the other day.
Yeah, I saw your rankings. I was surprised at a couple of them.
Do you want to draft or you want to rank? Let's draft and then I'll just read through this.
All right.
I got to keep a list. All right, I got my list. I think you went first last time.
All right, go ahead.
Are we doing movies only?
No.
Shows as well?
Yes.
I'm going to go Andor.
Fuck.
Sorry. Choose wisely. You're going to get stuck with Mando.
Yeah. I'll go. I'm not going to leave it on the board. I'm taking episode 3.
Okay. that's
Even
fair.
though I don't think you're going to take it next, I'm not leaving it on the
I
board.
wasn't taking it next, but I totally understand.
Go ahead.
I totally understand. Next for me is Phantom Menace.
Oh. I just said oh.
Dude, that's like...
I'm not going to lie. I did not expect that. I'm going to take Rogue One.
Good. Good choice. I'm going to go Last Jedi.
I'm going Solo.
Okay.
I'm winning this bitch.
Okay. I mean, it's not a fucking duel.
Yes, it is.
No. I will go Empire Strikes Back.
So I got 3.
This is your 4th one, yeah.
I got Solo. And I've got Rogue One. 3 Solo, Rogue One. What did you just take? Last Jedi?
I just took Last Jedi and then Empire Strikes Back.
I'll take fuck.
Oh, think wisely.
3 Solo, Rogue. I'm gonna take Episode 7.
Good choice. I'm like
Tough times ahead.
I'm muddling between like Mando, Kenobi, Rise of Skywalker, Attack of the Clones. You know, that's a tough one. It's tough, dude.
I know it is.
I think I'm actually going to go against my list, and I'm going to say Return of the Jedi.
Fine, I'm taking Obi.
I thought about Kenobi, yeah. Return of the Jedi is not my favorite movie, but it has vibes. It puts me in a state of mind sometimes, so it's fine. I'm okay with it. I make peace.
So you have 5, 1.
I got
You have Andor.
1, 5, 6, 8, and Andor.
1, 5, 6, 8. Andor.
I almost picked Mando there at the end, but I've been so salty about it that I despised
What did you just pick? What was your last one?
Return of the Jedi.
Return. So you got 6.
Yeah, man.
So you're up. Because I just picked Obi. Yeah, I've got my 5 still.
Yep. No, that's 5. That's 5.
Oh, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, you.
I in my head, we're going through the whole thing, but okay.
That's 5.
So I got the 2 offshoots, 3, 7, and Obi.
Rise of Skywalker, A New Hope, Attack of the Clones, Boba Fett are just off the table altogether, and Mando. No one picked it.
Surprise Mandos. I mean,
I was close. I almost picked it. I should have thought more harder about season 1.
it wouldn't have made my... I probably still... Like, if we continued, you'd probably pick up, like, episode 2.
I would pick Mando next,
Mando.
and then probably episode 2. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, if you picked Mando, I'd probably pick episode 9.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
9, you got Mando. I'm going all the way down this. Mando. So
Okay.
you'd be back up and
We need
running.
visuals.
You,
We
well,
need
you would
visuals.
probably... Well, there's 4 left. Episode 4 still on the
Yeah,
board.
it's 4 in Book of Boba Fett, so I'd probably take 4.
4.
And then you'd be stuck with Book of Boba Fett.
Then I'm taking Bad Batch.
I didn't even have that on the list. Rebels and oh shit, yeah, Rebels and Clone Wars.
Bad Batch is a great show. There's a lot of offshoots, but
I was doing live action.
it's not a great show. You know,
I'm
what
about to start watching season 2 though.
You know what made the whole Bad Batch was
I
the
know.
very first episode
And the Camino.
the very last.
Yeah.
Everything in between didn't matter.
Yeah.
To me.
Hey, that's another Filoni thing. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
That's
All right, I'm
that's
okay
tough,
with that.
man. I'm surprised. I wish I ended up with episode 8. Not gonna lie. And I would throw out there, would you trade episode 7 for 8?
In the right frame of mind, but not tonight.
I think episode 7's a better movie. That's why I picked it. But I prefer to watch 8 quite a bit, quite often.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight. Maybe not.
I like it.
All right, guys.
What
Thank
do you think, dude. What do you think?
I don't. More Ted Lasso, more Succession.
Thanks for sticking with us. I hope we didn't totally turn your earballs off by complaining again, but maybe you agree with us. Join the WhatsApp group and tell us what you think.
Or don't.
Maybe fucking do it, man.